Welcome to Basketball Mechanics with Coach Greg. This video is lesson 4 in my series on layups where I explain proper form and drills to complete a reverse layup.
The format of the video has me coaching a beginner through one mechanic step and 7 drills.
Mechanic step 1 is to swing your right arm out to the side and lift your arm straight up to release the ball. It helps to start with the ball in your left hand and to swing it into your right hand. As the ball gets about halfway from your waist to your shoulder, start to turn your wrist and hand, from your perspective, from a 6 o'clock to a 3 o'clock position. This will put some spin on the ball, but you do not want too much spin, just a little spin. The arm swing up will lift the ball, and the wrist flick to the side will also put some spin on the ball as it rises. Practice just these arm mechanics by throwing the ball straight up above your head and with spin on the ball. Eventually, throw the ball up to rim height, around 10 to 12 feet up. Edgar starts with practicing the left arm to right arm exchange and swing of the ball. I also call this rocking the baby back and forth, and this is different than gorilla arms. Gorilla arms is done with straight elbows, but this baby rocking is done with bent elbows. Edgar's early awkward arm swings show this is another new body mechanic to learn and get fluid with. Edgar's first releases of the ball show that he is trying to put far too much spin on the ball. A reverse layup scoop just needs a little spin, so that when it hits the backboard, the spin will help pull the ball back to the rim. The goals of this practice are to see the ball lifted consistently straight up from the right arm, the ball has some spin on it, and the ball gets to about rim height. For drill 1, we start with proper positioning. For right hand reverses, start with the backboard directly over your left shoulder. The back of your head should be just past the side of the rim, so when you look up, the rim is still behind you. The arm swing up requires an angle that needs to be a mix of swinging your arm out to the side and straight ahead. Think of a 45-degree angle path for your arm swing. And as your arm swings near its top, you will pull the arm back towards the space above your head. This angle will make the ball move back towards the rim and towards the backboard to bounce off and drop into the hoop. Swinging my arm only out to my side is 90 degrees. Swinging my arm only straight ahead of me is 0 degrees. A combination of both produces a 45-degree arm swing, and drill 1 starts with practicing the 45-degree angle. After completing 10 or so reverse layups with a 45-degree arm swing, I move students closer to the baseline so that the backboard now comes down onto their right shoulder. This position requires an arm swing that is closer to 90 degrees and is a little more reliant on the spin from the wrist turn. After completing 10 or so reverse layups with the 90-degree arm swing, there is a third modification to the drill. In our current position, our nose points to the sideline and is parallel to the baseline. Our body is aligned with the court at 0 degrees. But if we turn our back to the baseline a little, our body is now at a 30 or 45-degree angle relative to the baseline. This angle allows for an arm swing straight ahead from ourselves and is the 0-degree arm swing. Now it is Edgar's turn, but the first thing is proper positioning for the drill. 2 feet in the wrong direction, pretty much anywhere during this drill, can really make the drill feel impossible. Next, I move Edgar's arm through the different angles of possible swings for the reverse scoop. I also remind Edgar of the hand turn near the top of the swing. Edgar's attempts are progressing well, and he has already made his first reverse layup scoop. I go back over to tell him to get his vision up a little sooner towards the rim for his ball release. As a beginner, and as one develops the arm motion, you need a little longer with vision on the target. The other important point I tell Edgar is that he does not need to look at the rim with his direct vision. In fact, doing so requires so much leaning back that it throws off your balance and decreases the speed of the entire move. You just need to see the rim in your peripheral field of view when you release the ball. And after much practice, you won't even need that most of the time. More on this later. I move Edgar into the first modification to the drill by having him stand closer to the baseline and be further behind the backboard. This requires his arm swing to be more 90 degrees as he reaches away from his side. Drill 2 adds our reach step and tuck step from our previous layup lessons. For simplicity, I use just 3 cones of increasing distance, but more could be added if desired. Our tuck arm motion that is on our left abdomen gets swung out for the reverse scoop motion with the right arm. For Edgar's attempts, the first thing I notice is that his right step forward is a little wide. His right foot moves out to the yellow cone, and I would prefer he just move his foot straight ahead. Concerning vision, I tell students to keep their vision straight ahead on their trap step. This allows your field of view to be aware of passing lanes to other teammates. On the tuck step, begin to pull your vision up to the backboard and rim. By the time you are releasing the ball, only your peripheral vision should see the rim, and eventually only the backboard. This last attempt from yellow looks good, especially the 45-degree arm swing and hand turn. On the third attempt from orange, Edgar swings his arm out a little too wide. A 45-degree angle helps push the ball back to the basket. Red cone distance stretches out Edgar's stride and requires some speed to cover the extra distance. Small distance increases are a manageable way to add challenge to the drill. It is hard to know exactly, but I think Edgar is trying to maintain his vision on the rim, from second step through ball release, and to see if he made the basket. When releasing the ball, the rim should be in your peripheral vision and not your direct vision. Trying to maintain direct vision can contort your form and slow down the execution of the move. Drill 3 practices different angles because each angle will slightly change your approach and arm swing. When playing a game of basketball, opportunities to make a basket will arise with all sorts of angles and distances. And when you try to make a reverse layup at a slight angle, you do not want that attempt to be the first time trying the move at that angle. Every attempt in a game should be something that has been practiced multiple times before. Drill 4 adds 3 dribbles with the left hand. Then the left hand pulls the ball in front for a 2-hand trap with the right foot step. The move is finished with the left foot step and a tuck on the left side abdomen, which finishes with the reverse scoop. The drill has you dribble with the left hand because defenders will be on the right side of you, near the basket. There are no defenders on the baseline or waiting out of bounds, so a left-hand dribble is where the ball is most protected. This modification of adding 3 dribbles into a trap can be added to drill 3 with 3 different angles. Also, increasing the distance of the cones is another modification option. All of Edgar's attempts have decent form, and a lot of the imperfection is just from this being his first time trying reverse layups. With a lot of practice, he will look directly at the rim less and rely more on his shoulder swing and spin on the ball. Drill 5 adds steps forward with dribbles before the trap step. So I start with my left foot at yellow cone and right foot back and execute a drill 4 attempt. Then I get my feet set again at yellow cone but move back 1 step. So my right foot is at purple cone and my left foot is at the blue cone. Finally, I take 2 steps back from the yellow cone so that my left foot is at the blue cone. This requires 2 steps forward with dribbles before I trap the ball with my right foot stepping forward. On Edgar's first attempt at drill 5, he traps the ball outside the frame of his body, far on his right side. Also on his jump, he moves a little away from the backboard and not enough up vertically towards the rim. I put a clip of myself modeling the reverse layup as a reminder of good form for comparison. Something else I want to mention is how the angle of approach can affect the angle of the arm swing. The variety of drills is to train the player to adjust their arm swing angles as needed. A 45-degree angle is a good place to start, but over time, one learns to adjust that angle from 0 to 90 degrees as needed. Like in Layup Lesson 3, Drill 5 tries to get a beginner comfortable dribbling into a reverse layup. All of the steps and the dribbling before can make it challenging to know when to initiate the trap step. Drill 6 tries to put it all together with a large distance to cover with multiple steps and dribbles. A beginner is concentrating on three things: their dribble, when to push off the left foot and stride with the right foot, and judging at what distance that first trap step should be initiated. And after all of that, maintain good form on your reverse layup. Drill 7 puts the reverse layup in another game-like context. The player stands between the block and first hash at a 45-degree angle to the baseline. The player passes themselves the ball and after the catch looks at the second hash mark on the other side of the key. First, drop your right foot back towards the baseline and into the key a little. As you do this, begin dribbling with your left hand. Second, follow this with a right foot step and a left hand dribble. Then finish with a trap step, tuck step, and jump with the reverse scoop. Edgar's first attempts showed that it is a lot to put together and to make the movement smooth. Sometimes Edgar takes large steps that move him too far away from the basket to have a high chance of making the ball drop into the rim. Also, he often mixes up his footwork or takes extra steps. After the catch, he looks over his shoulder too far and directly looks at the opposite side block. I stop to tell him that he only needs that in his peripheral vision. The target of his direct vision of the opposite second hash provides a field of view that can see if a defender is standing near the opposite block, which will be where you're going. The field of view can also see if someone is open at the three-point line, or if someone is running through the key and expecting a pass from you. Drill 7 is a struggle for Edgar, so I demonstrate the drill one more time. However, I pull my left foot into the swing as I pivot on my right foot. I dribble on my right step, and then proceed to trap and tuck and scoop, all on my left step. But this is for another video. Thank you for watching Lesson 4 on reverse layups in my series on layups. Up next is Lesson 5 on how to do inside arm layups. Lesson 6 covers some dynamic high trap options.
If anything in this video has helped you learn or coach basketball, please like the video and consider subscribing to my channel. Doing this increases the chance that someone else may see these videos and help them on their journey in learning the sport.